rumor, Sony executives not happy with initial Ghost of Yotei response, and developers were blindsided with new female character. So the diversity hires kind of took over the studio and completely surprised everyone else on what was being worked on. But it looks like even the higher management, upper management is like, nah, let's not do this. The Ballad of Gay Sony. I think that's an accurate description. That could describe their last 6 years. A new rumor claims that Sony executives are seemingly not happy with the response to the announcement trailer for Ghost of Yotei, and that a number of developers are blindsided by the new female character Atsu. Were you also blindsided by the extreme far left TDS suffering activist you got to play the character? Maybe. YouTuber Endymion has shared this information from an alleged insider. He said apparently Ghost of Yotei blindsided many people that were working at Sony who were not made aware of what Sucker Punch was making. Now, with this, my guess is executives at Sony. I think that's literally true. So I bet the head of PlayStation knew what was going on and just kept it a secret. And whenever the corporate management at Sony was asking, oh, trust me, bruh. Yeah, you don't need to know anymore. We'll tell you soon. Trust me, bruh. When have I ever let you down, bruh? Trust me, bruh. Now they can't anymore. They can't hide this dumpster fire. He added, and that people in the mid levels at Sony were actually confused when Yotei was announced because they were under the impression that Jin Sakai would be getting a sequel. That's what everybody wanted. Everyone was like, "All right, I can't wait to see the next chapter of Jin's story." Oh, I guess that's not happening. Okay. And Endymion also shared they are not happy at all when it comes to the response to that game either internally at Sony right now. Yeah, I think it's a mixed bag. So, like on the corporate Japanese side, they're not happy because this is going to hurt their bottom line, and they know it. On the PlayStation side, though, they're not happy because gamers aren't just consuming the slop. As has been coined, the current year is the year of the slop. It's the year the slop flopped. So that's good. The game received mixed reactions. The number of the top comments bemoaning Sucker Punch abandoning Jin Sakai's story. One lamented, imagine hearing about Jin as a legendary folktale quest. Oh man, another wrote Ghost of was the best idea to stick with. This way you can tell loads of different stories from different eras. Showing pretty cool characters. So this is set in 1600, the turn of Sengoku Jidai period in Edo, 400 years after Jin Sakai wrote Defunct 140. 1603 is in the establishment of the Tokugawa shogunate, and Yotei is a major mountain in Hokkaido, a northernmost island of Japan, which leads me to believe we'll be able to explore Hokkaido. Exciting stuff, lots to explore. They're going to fuck it up probably. Yeah, with this, I know everyone still has a lot of faith in Sucker Punch after the first one, but remember what happened with the faith people put into Neutered Dog after how decent The Last of Us was? Oh, come on, just ignore all the red flags in The Last of Us 2. It can't be that bad. Oh, you're just being a paranoid conspiracy theorist. Are we now? Yeah, Jin is literally a ghost. That would make sense. He's not going to live for 400 years. Yeah, no, but what really offends me about this game, though, is that they didn't make a black woman the main character. Yeah, what a missed opportunity to virtue signal there. So one person pilloried the game, comparing it to Ass Creed Shadows. Sucker Punch saw Ass Creed Shadows and went, all right, hold my sake. Another offer a similar sentiment, Ubislop. We are finally introducing Samurai to Ass Creed. Sucker Punch, here, hold my sake for the second time. All they had to do was more of what they already did, but I guess they thought they were too good for that. Whatever. Hopefully Jin is still going to be mentioned in the game, probably as a legend about how an 8-foot-tall demon called the Ghost beat the Mongols out of Japan. Wrote Drifter while hungry. Henrine wrote, I never expected them to make this IP into an anthology series of different time periods and places in Japan. I think they made the right choice. Yeah, they may not have necessarily made the wrong choice in doing an anthology in different periods. It's all the red flags surrounding it. Yeah, have you seen the photos of the new team working on this game, combined with the far left activist they hired, combined with the former PlayStation executive using the favorite "don't like it, don't buy it" line, and then they get so fucking mad when you do what they tell you to do. Yeah, it's like we did with anime titties. For all these years, when we asked for fan service, they told us, "Oh, if you want to see anime titties, just go watch hentai." Okay, so we did. We left and we started watching hentai. Now they're trying to sell us. They're trying to get us to come back. They're trying to sell us on anime titties, and we're just going, "Nah, those anime titties are nothing compared to the ones in these hentai we're watching." So, bye. Not interested in what you're selling. This is one of the reasons they're going down. They're not able to recapture their older audience, and you know the modern audience doesn't exist. Another shared Ainu, the native people of Ezo Hokkaido, called Mount Yote with Makarini Puri, or a female mountain. Someone mentioned the mountain is believed to have the power to strengthen women's energy, the way to choose a scene and a protagonist. This is what we call artists actually doing their research. They could have had all the best intentions for this, but this is just not the right time. We're in an era now where even if your stuff isn't woke, if it even looks woke, it triggers all the red flags. Should have waited and done that in like 10 years. Should have just played it safe for now, just to continue Jin's story. Maybe you give him a heroic death. Make it obvious, like, because if Jin died at the end, I mean, look, maybe he doesn't even have to die in battle. Just show him dying of old age, surrounded by his family, whatever. And then after that, oh look, now we're doing the girl boss version. But by then, there may not be as much of a fucking aversion towards that. Yeah, current Des Sucker Punch replaced with Whammon, so it's going to be a woke. Yup. In current year, I have no benefit of the doubt left to give any of these game developers. I don't trust them. Outside the trailer, Sony and Sucker Punch were heavily criticized for featuring a female character in a formerly male-led franchise, and not to mention the time period, with many pointing to Sony's diversity and inclusion policies. Yeah, and their response, "Don't like it, don't buy it." And then when the game flops because nobody buys it, it's the toxic gamer's fault the game flopped. Brazilian gamer Kabutus Rambo, the creator of the Sweet Baby Inc. detected Steam curator list. I think it's now DEI detected, right? Oh, and DIDetected.com posted on Twitter. But the female protagonist of the next Ghost of game is not because of DEI reasons. Below, we have Sony's latest corporate report released yesterday. And the signs are there. Don't be surprised if we discover things about this game in the future. Yeah, at this point, I think anyone that's being cautiously optimistic is in for a massive disappointment. Like at this point, just assume it's going to be shit, so that if it's not shit, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. That's how Elden Ring took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting shit from that game. I wasn't hyped for it at all. I was taking the same attitude I do now, where it's like, I'm not interested. If it comes out and it's good and everyone likes it, I'll play it then. And I was pleasantly surprised by that one. YouTuber Dread Roberts also posted Ghost of Yorte, Sony's next big game. To think that they wouldn't shove DEI into their most anticipated title is ignorant. That's a good point. Yeah, this is what they're going to rely on when all their live services fail. So they got Marathon coming up, which apparently isn't looking too hot, and Fair Games, which is already shaping up to be Concord 2.0. Yeah, Fair Games is going to be a much more interesting case because Concord, Sony may have been involved pretty much from the start, but that was developed by an independent studio. Fair Games, on the other hand, that's going to be the first game from a studio that was specifically formed by PlayStation. and filled with all these industry veterans to save the business. If this flops, ooh, man, this is going to be funny. All right, there are only so many signs that people can withstand before they start asking questions, and we're now at that point. Just because a 3-minute long trailer doesn't outright say it to your face doesn't mean it isn't there, but we should know this by now. Yeah, also, you need to be aware that it's pretty much like a lot of these companies have admitted recently that they're going to be going full bait and switch. They're going to claim their stuff isn't woke. And then it's not going to be for like the first 2 hours. But as soon as you're past your refund window, then suddenly all the woke garbage hits. Now you're stuck with it. Now, if they do that, they're going to lose you as a future customer. And obviously, you're not going to be there for their microtransactions. But I guess that's worth it to them. So yes, always wait 6 months. Fucking exactly. Although even then, like we have cases now of developers coming back to games 10 years later to censor them. So even that's not good enough, huh? Yeah, I think right now the best strategy could be just don't show any brand loyalty. That's it. Just don't be a consumer. When a company is making shit you like, buy it. As soon as they stop making shit you like, just leave and never come back. Find an alternative. Move over to someone else. Twitter user Not Axel Carnage also wrote, and if it isn't already written on the wall, that the voice actor's beliefs in advocating for Transformers, etc. Now we know that Sony is pushing the agenda of DEI. The game's no different from Ass Creed Shadows than Suicide Squad, than Concord. Yeah, doesn't this the Whammons playing this character also have a history of trying to change shit to be more in line with activism too? Oh, but RGE, this like Sucker Punch ain't going to do that. They're not going to bend the knee. Sure they aren't. Yeah, just like everyone else we were promised was going to stand up to this woke shit. Murdroll added, Ghost of Yote is 100% going to be a woke DEI fest. Screw Sony. May they lose money hand over foot, and may the market value crash. I've been saying that for 6 years. I'm glad you caught up, bro. Better late than never. Former Sony chairman Sean Layden threw fuel on the fire when he reacted to a post of YouTuber Mighty Keef calling Endymion an absolute loser. Layden posted, "It's a game and entertainment, a story a team of creators believes in. They want to make this." All right, that's fair enough. If you're willing to fund them at a loss to make what they want to make, be my guest. But don't blame it on us when this shit flops. If you want to dump your own money into it to make something that they want to make that no one wants to buy, I'm not going to judge you. Well, I will. I'll laugh at you, but you don't need to listen to me. Oh, he added, two, it's a game. If you don't like it, don't buy it. In fact, why not make the game you want yourself? Whenever people do that, they just get so mad. Oh, well, don't like it, don't buy it, make your own. And then they make their own. And, we got to get this banned and deplatformed from everything. What? You were so adamant about me making my own, and now that I did, you're trying to get me shut down? Why is that? And on top of this, Sucker Punch hired radical activist in Erika Ishii to play Atsu, and casting directors have made it clear they cast individuals to push DI agenda and woke ideology. The Witcher casting director Sophie Holland told Acting Up via Variety, "I'm always the first to champion diversity in all its glory." That's why they couldn't get along with Henry Cavill, because he wanted to champion the source material. And one that springs to mind is the character of Yennefer in The Witcher. Lauren Schmidt-Hissrich is the showrunner, and we work together, and she's so open to conversations. So in the book, she's described as the most beautiful woman in the world. This is a few years ago, and I'd like to think things have changed. But when you look at people's unconscious bias, especially in the fantasy world, I feel like these words were predominantly white. I remember saying, I feel like we need to challenge what people think of as the standard of beauty. This is how you know someone is making a failure. You don't get to decide what other people find attractive. And you know what? Even you don't find a lot of this shit attractive. That's why we had that meme for a few months about telling liberal women that they're just as beautiful as Lizzo. And then if they get offended, you're like, well, you're the one that was telling me Lizzo was like the standard of beauty. Why are you so mad when I say you look like Lizzo? Are you implying she's not beautiful, you fucking bigot? I think so. So, in having a women's of color in this role does incredibly powerful things to the people watching, she admitted. Not only are individuals like Ishii cast to push the DI agenda, but Ishii has a history of radical activism that she will likely amplify by using her role as Atsu. Yeah, she's going to use this job as a platform to push further activism. They all do that, no exception. She posted in June, current year -4. Jackbooted thugs violently breaking up a peaceful violin vigil. You can hear people screaming, "There are children." This can't be any more clear. Defund the police. Oh, man. This is someone that's either doing this intentionally or is just dumb enough to fall for the propaganda. So these activists bring kids to their fiery but mostly peaceful protests, knowing full well that it could get dangerous, that violence could break out. And when inevitably the violence breaks out, they use those kids that they fucking brought there as shields. Oh, how dare you fight back? Don't you realize there are kids here? Oh, if you hit us back after we hit you, the kids might get hurt. See, this is just like how terrorists will go and like launch a mortar or a rocket attack from the roof of a hospital or a school, and then obviously run the hell out of there because they know that there will be a retaliatory strike on the origin of where that mortar or rocket came from. And then run to the media. Oh, look at these evil people bombing hospitals and schools. Oh, how could they? They do it on purpose. And they do it because they know it works. They know most people on our side are pretty fucking stupid. Ishii has also appeared to support the failed Hogwarts Legacy boycott. She posted in February, current year -1, just ahead of the game's release. I used to love Harry Potter, went to every midnight release, cosplayed, was even in an HP-themed improv group. Harry Potter, yeah. And now I'm happy to instead support and be part of fantasy narratives where all are welcome. Transform community, we deserve our own better magic. I will always sign up for that. She included a video of her stating, "Fuck TERFs." I love this woke civil war, like feminazis versus Transformers. Transformers are winning, almost as if they have an advantage. Maybe it's the hormone of the gods? In subsequent posts, she added muting, but wanted to reiterate transformer rights or human rights. Yeah, that's another thing they like to say. Right along with, it's not political to advocate for human rights. And I asked her, instead of replying to negative comments, to turn that effort towards positive action, donation, sharing, supporting Transformer creators and Transformer joy, or checking in with your Transformer friends and their happiness. Now, I know there's exceptions. I mean, I have met a few that weren't completely crazy, so I know hashtag not all. But most of them get their joy from tormenting other people. If you seriously want to support the joy of someone whose joy comes from tormenting other people, that doesn't make you a good person. As we make this rumor regarding internal reaction. No, I actually believe this rumor. I legitimately believe that the middle and upper management at Sony are scared. They're not happy. I believe it. I wouldn't have believed it a year ago, because last year we were still full-blown, oh, don't listen to those toxic gamers. They're just a minority. Fuck them. They're bigots anyway. But after multiple flops this year alone, they saw, look, Sony just saw Concord, which they dumped $400 million into, sell only like 25,000 copies. They saw what happened with Suicide Squad. They saw what happened with Soy Wars Outlaws. They saw what's happening with Ass Creed Shadows. They're starting to get scared. Now they're finally like, yeah, we still believe all this woke bullshit, but we can't allow ourselves to be painted with that brush. We can't allow the public to label us woke, because nowadays, when whatever is labeled woke goes broke. They at least know that much. Yeah, not scared enough. I agree. I think they're gonna get scared enough soon when they actually do go bankrupt, and no one wants to save them.